The findings are shocking and they'll disgust Australian sports fans.
Australian sport's darkest day. Our best-loved codes linked to organised crime, illegal drugs and match fixing. Exposed by a secret crime commission report. And stunning admissions from our top sports bosses.
We, like every other major sport, have definitely got an infiltration of organised crime involved, and that's a worry.
Live from Melbourne, this is 7 News with Peter Mitchell.
Good evening. Sports lovers across Australia are reeling tonight after shocking revelations of drug use, match fixing and organised crime in our major professional codes. The explosive results of a secret 12-month investigation by the Australian Crime Commission, codenamed Project Aperio, were detailed. And this is what it found: widespread doping, match fixing fears, organised crime links, drug use by sports people and evidence of teams cheating. Nick McCallum begins our coverage of the revelations that have rocked our nation.
From our politicians, crime fighters and major sporting code chiefs, a shattering admission.
It's cheating, but it's worse than that. It's cheating with the help of criminals.
Triggering this promise to sporting fans.
If you want to cheat, we will catch you. If you want to fix a match, we will catch you.
In a 12-month investigation of
a criminal conviction. Ahead in this 1-hour bulletin, Melbourne drivers hit again by skyrocketing petrol prices. The massive payout to a man who claims his weight is killing him. And the latest developments on the Daniel Morecambe murder. Motorists are again being hit hard at the petrol pump, with prices for regular unleaded at up to $1.55 a litre or $1.47 with a discount coupon. Diesel is around $1.45 a litre. The Australian Competition and Consumer Commission has found that Sunday is generally the cheapest day in the petrol price cycle to fill up. Just 2 days after the Reserve Bank decided to keep official interest rates on hold, banks have slashed some of their home loan offers. Fixed rate deals have tumbled, tempting customers to lock in with lower repayments. Paul Caddack explains.
In the battle for home loan customers, Westpac today broke through the 5% barrier, the first time in 4 years, and a sign, it says, of competitive times.
That's going to give a customer with...
In Las Vegas, Angela Cox, 7 News.
Ahead in 7 News, meet the Kippers, grown-up children who prefer to stay at home. The accused conwoman on the run after fleecing Victorian taxpayers. And why the Monopoly Board will look a little different from now on. To breaking news now, and Victoria's Deputy Premier Peter Ryan is in hospital tonight, undergoing tests for a possible blood infection. He's been away from Parliament all week and has been advised to stay in hospital pending the outcome of those tests. There is a growing trend for young adults in Australia to stay at home. These so-called kippers are the 25 to 35-year-olds who still live with their parents. As Damien Hansen reports, a new study has identified the suburbs which are kipper hotspots.
20-somethings generally are staying at home far longer than previously was the case.
In a street, in a suburb, in a city near you, there are grown-ups living with their parents.
It was great being able to come back and taste Mum's bag cooking.
Stinky wheelchair in the car.
We're moving on to tonight's sport next with Sandy Roberts.
Thank you, Mitch, and what an extraordinary day it has been in Australian sport. King of the kids, though, Buddy Franklin tells why he could miss the NAB Cup opener. Also, the Big Blue, fit and ready to make an impact in 2013. And the F1s take the scenic route to Melbourne ahead of the Grand Prix. Hello again. Hawthorn superstar Lance Franklin admits his knee injury could force him to miss the Hawks NAB Cup opener. Buddy has pulled out of tomorrow night's Indigenous All-Stars match. Nathan Templeton caught up with him in Alice Springs.
There's no doubt who's king of Alice Springs. But sadly for these fans, they won't see Lance Franklin play for the Indigenous All-Stars against
Even
Richmond.
reached the NBA. Let's hope he's not burnt out by the time he's about 6, Mitch. What a day. I mean, absolutely the last thing codes like the AFL and Rugby League have needed as we start the season. And sadly, the next thing will be naming and shaming individuals and teams.
Let's just hope it's not the tip of the iceberg, Sandy.
I sincerely hope so.
Still to come in 7 News, how allergies are becoming a life and death matter for Australian children. And Giaan's here with the 7-day forecast. Food allergies now affect 10% of Australian children, some so severely they're faced with a life and death situation every day of their young lives. But Jackie Quist has found help is at hand.
I'm normally careful and all that kind of stuff, but when I see something I normally slowly back off.
He's not talking about an animal or an insect. For 11-year-old Drew Holland McNair, mortal danger lies in touching the slightest trace of fish or peanut.
He could have it go into anaphylactic shock. Some light at the end of the tunnel.
Time now to check last night's midweek lotto draw. The numbers needed for a win: 45, 16, 40, 4, 5 and 42. The supplementary numbers 39 and 7. Giaan Rooney joins us next with the weather.
Thank you very much, Mitch. A fine and sunny Friday. I'll have all the details right after the break.
Recapping tonight's top stories once again, and Australian sport's day of shame as a secret crime commission report exposes widespread crime, drugs and match fixing. New plans to ban cigarettes around children's playgrounds. And next week's statewide teachers' strike to go ahead. Now, here's Giaan.
Thank you, Mitch, again. It was a mostly sunny day in Melbourne today. We reached a top of 30.9 degrees at 3:45 this afternoon after a very mild overnight low of 20.1 just after 6:10 this morning. At the moment, it's a very pleasant 25 degrees. On 30 degrees on Wednesday, and we're looking at 31 degrees next Thursday. So it should be a lovely day tomorrow, Mitch.
Very nice indeed. Thank you, Giaan. And that's the way it is this Thursday, the 7th of February. Thanks for your company. I'll have updates throughout the evening. For now, good night.